Hey yo, yeah, you know what time it is. You already know how we do, man. You already know how we get down, you feel me? So just relax. You already know. Get you something nice to drink, fam. Yo, welcome to Toast Up Tuesdays. Support your drinks up, fam, and settle in. I said it's Toast Up Tuesdays. So come and get your fix here at 8 p.m. Yeah, welcome to Toast Up Tuesdays. Support your drinks up, fam, and settle in. I said it's Toast Up Tuesdays. So come and get your fix. Yo, y'all know what time it is. So peep the profile. It's 8 o'clock sharp, it's about to go down. If you ain't know, then I bet you know now. It's Cool Ass L on the set with Mo Jowls. You know the steeds, cause they do it with these. Uncomfortable, a vibe that you wouldn't believe. Please, already know how we rockin'. We keepin' it poppin'. And the next topic could be in the comments, We ain't stoppin', so relax and peep. Be in the loop, cause they always got the ear to the street. Shit, we keep it live in the OH10. Love what we showin' here. You know the vibes, cause we goin' in. Know what we doing, cause we doing it well. How we maneuver when we movin', gon' always prevail. We got the game on smash, we ain't coming to fail. Raise your glass over Mo Jowls to Lauren Michelle. Well, yo, welcome to Toast Up Tuesdays. Support your drinks up, fam, and settle in. I said it's Toast Up Tuesdays. So come and get your fix here at 8 p.m. Yeah, welcome to Toast Up Tuesdays. Support your drinks up, fam, and settle in. I said it's Toast Up Tuesdays. So come and get your fix here at 8 p.m.
You know what time it is. So peep the pro. Hey.
Oh, you about to flow? You about to spit the 16?
I had 16. I had 16.
You got the high 16?
I wasn't here last week. I'm feeling good. Hey, y'all.
Hey, yo, sorry for the wait. You know, how he was on a little hiatus.
Everybody was checking the energy. You know, the energy was getting back popping, realigning, and, you know, getting shit back together. You know? What's up, Mo?
You know, fresh off a vacation, you did.
You got some new frames or something new?
You know, the kid had to pop out with something.
Look a little stimulated to me, but
no, that ain't that.
Oh, you ain't stimulated? Ain't no stimulation.
Not yet.
Okay. What's popping, everybody?
Moneybag Joe ain't blessed me yet.
Oh, Slow Joe, he been slow.
Slow Joe been slow.
All right, so we got some people in the comments saying what's up, so I think it's only right we show them some love. So
Diddy in the building.
Malcolm, my Dukes, Diddy, Stan. I always want to call him Stan Boney. I don't know.
J5 in there. What up, Reese?
What's up, Stan? What's popping, everybody? I hope y'all missed this from last week because I definitely missed y'all. So we got actually a really, really, really good show. We're gonna talk about all the shit. What's up, Jezzy? So we got a really, really good show, and I'm excited. We got some shit to talk about today. So let's get right into it. We're gonna get into this weekend recap.
Yeah, whoa. You gonna ease in?
Like skip the whole part. Like
to be, like a little romance,
Oh, I ain't really foreplay.
Yeah, let's see who in the building. Let's drink our drink a little bit.
What you sipping on?
You know what I'm just sipping on?
Bourbon, Crystal Light.
There you go.
I'm sipping on actual water today. You know what I'm saying? Hydration. What's up, Whitney? What's up, Aunt? What's up, Brandon? You know, and yes, some of y'all been some of y'all been missing. What's up, Trini? Y'all done got y'all stimulus checks, got some money in y'all pocket, got the real brand new one.
They was in Miami. They went to Miami.
We gonna get to that. But damn sure we gonna get to that. We gonna damn sure get to Miami on the show. But before we go any further,
Trina makes what's the joint that she the soul rolls or whatever?
Everything she makes.
She does. She's yes.
And Trina is just a hands down one of the greatest cooks on the planet.
I want some of those.
I just want some food.
How can she send those to Columbus?
How can we get something catered, Miss Trina? We would love to have our next function, catered by Trina. So if we can have that happen, I appreciate it. But no, before we go any further, make sure y'all share this live. Tell all your friends to go like the Toast Up Tuesdays Facebook page, the IG page, subscribe to the YouTube. Y'all know the vibes. Y'all know the drill. Before we go any further, hit the share button real quick. It's right there.
Yeah, make sure you do that. Make sure you do that. Make sure you do that.
So let's get into this weekend recap.
Absolutely. How was your weekend?
My weekend's been good. My week's just been good. That's all I can say. I've been,
That libido up and everything, huh? Huh?
What'd you say?
You can hear.
I didn't hear what you said. I know you said
that libido's up. The libido.
That's what I thought you said.
Yeah.
I was just making sure that I heard you right. But yep. And yeah.
That Trey Songz, yep, huh? Yeah. Okay. We know what Lauren's been doing.
Talk about R. Kelly have for the baby. But anyway, Mo, how was your weekend?
Man, my weekend was lovely, man. Like I said, just got back, from vacation, which was much needed. And I got my first
lit backgrounds where you was at.
Listen, and honestly, I'm thinking about moving down that way.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
That's not unheard of. I know a lot of people that want to go and move out that way and celebrate life and enjoy life and
I mean, just every day waking up, to just beauty, man. It was just so peaceful, man, and beautiful. So
how was it? So what you do? You do anything exciting when you was there? Like
I really just relaxed, man. I really didn't want to do too much. But I did do snorkeling, which was fun.
Okay.
Did that.
Unc Daddy.
Excuse me?
No, it say Unc Daddy in this bitch. So.
But other than that, weekend was cool. Got my first tat.
First tat? Let's see. Show the people.
I'm not telling nobody where I went. Only a select few.
It
ain't that.
What does that mean?
This is actually our family address back home. When my grandparents died, they left the family the house or whatever. So, This is the only place I know as home, so it represents family.
Okay, that's what's up. So let's get into some things before we let the people know who's gonna be on the show tonight. We're gonna be sitting down talking to us because everybody already know we're gonna be discussing some things that are trending on the internet. You know what I'm saying? But let's get into it. That is dope though, Mo. I will say that the story behind that's super lit. What's the street? Do we know?
No, we ain't doing that either.
Oh, damn, like.
Nah, we ain't doing that either.
I mean, but you don't live there no more, so I mean,
but I still got family that lives there.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
So. Okay, that makes sense. So let's get into this Asian hate. Let's get into it. Let's tell the people why we got Asian hate up on the screen.
Well, so there has been actually crime has drastically is actually up in the Asian community, and if we all know, there was a guy in Georgia who went in, I believe, what was it, a salon? And spa, shot and killed, how many people? Was it 8?
Yeah, or 9.
So, it's been a thing, that's been going on as of lately. And, we just want to talk about it, because people have been asking me to talk about it. And I wanted to stay away from it.
Why?
But,
why you want to stay away from it?
So I'm gonna keep it a buck. It's inhumane. It's sad what's happening, and I don't want to see this happening with nobody. But my thing is this: it seems as though when these situations occur, I'm talking about for our people. We are always on the front lines fighting. We are always the ones asking for, help. We are looking for allies. But then when it happens to other people, we don't get that. When it happens to others, we're always asked to be the vocal ones or be the ones that come over and lend support. But where's the support when we are in trouble.
Well, before I even got to that, I was still stuck on the fact that the officer said homeboy had the little, the white boy, the terrorist, the murderer. You know what I mean? Him. They said he had a bad day. Like, I'm like, wait, what? What do you mean he had a bad? No, he's a terrorist who woke up, who loaded guns, and purposely went on a killing spree. Why does the narrative always change when it's a white boy who does this? That's my issue with it.
So they always show them some type of, they pacify a lot of things that they do.
Yeah.
Or they don't necessarily give it the names that they're supposed to give it. But then when it's us, it's, we're with some thugs or those type of racist shit that they like to do. But this is my another thing too, man, when it comes to, I'm not even gonna say this about this.
They said he had a sexual addiction. Like, they tried to bring
what they got to do with him killing anybody.
Like, why are we dancing around the fact that this motherfucker got up, loaded a gun, and killed those people? Call this man with his, lock him up, and forget about him. Let the world get to him.
So if anybody can tell me, I don't know, all the facts about this, but what was his reason for doing this?
They can tell him because he wanted to, and they still gonna say he had a bad day. It don't matter what he did it. And that's the thing. Like, it doesn't matter why. The fact is, he did. These people are dead. This dude is being now like, oh, he had a bad day. He's struggling from a sexual addiction. And no, he's not. He's perfectly fine. He knew exactly what he was doing, and he's a thug. He's a terrorist. He's a murderer. Call him what he is. Like, that's what he is. That's it. That's all. You understand what I'm saying? That's the part that irritates me. Now, what you said, I totally agree with. But it's them police officers in this picture they paint these, and that's why they continue to do it.
So, I mean, and so that's one of the things that bother you. And what bothers me is, I mean, again, it's that media outlets, or I've seen articles where it's like, these are the reasons why blacks should, be allies, or this is why we should make this our fight or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes we gonna mind our business. That's what we good at. And that's what I did at the moment. You understand what I'm saying? Right now, it's not my business. This one ain't for me. Like, my issue was with the police and all. Yeah, it's wrong what he did, but it's not. I'm not about to go march for that. I'm not gonna stand up and no, I'm not. That's me. So here we go. Where you go,
man? Hold on. Y'all got to give me a second, real quick.
What? I'm starting to think this is becoming a trend. Like, this has to be a punking moment. Like, do y'all realize every week, if you watch the show, Mo disappears every week?
Am I back?
I mean, you should have never left. But whatever. You done with Asian hate now that you took your little break?
I just, I just want, man, at the end of the day, man, I need people to understand that we are not alone in this. You're saying, because you have people who are from, other communities that sometimes think that these things don't affect them, or it's not their problem. It's not their issue. Yeah. But then they get reminded that, look, we look at you the same as we look at these black folks.
And that's why I'm on my business. Right then and there, because 1 minute it's wrong, Now,
but I don't want to say just mind our business, you know what I'm saying? Because
I'm my business.
We are all in this together. However,
okay.
We have to show some type of solidarity. If we go, we have to all come together.
And like I said, if it was you and an Asian man up for a job guarantee, he gonna get it, not you. So when you say we all in this together, yeah, it depends on the situation, but 9 times out of 10, they're gonna pick them first over us. So at the end of the day, I'm just saying, like, still a nigga. If you put them two, if you put you and an Asian man,
but it don't make it right. I
ain't saying to make it right. I'm saying I'm minding my business.
I just feel like, man, that these different sects or communities, we need to learn how to treat people, you know what I'm saying, with respect, you know what I'm saying, with love, because
right.
there are sometimes when I go into these spots, especially some of them Asian spots, that customer service is terrible.
No shit.
They don't treat you with
all
no respect.
The time. And again, this is why I say I minded my business. Okay, me when it comes, I ain't minding my business. This one ain't our fight. That's how I feel. I stand 10 toes down on that.
Well,
mind our business. Remember when they were storming the Capitol and doing all of that, and black folks sitting at home like this?
This ain't our fight.
That's another moment. Just that's the same week like this. You all mind your business.
All right, let's go on to the next one. Oh, excuse me.
Ooh.
All right, so let's talk about this. So the city council in Evanston, Illinois, voted 8-1 to distribute $25,000 each to black folks who were affected by, I guess what was it? I'm sorry, y'all gotta forgive me. What was it for? They were affected by something. Whatever that city had years ago, they were affected by. So I guess now they're distributing money out to those who were affected. However, they're saying that you can only use it for home repairs, down payments, and mortgages on property. Yes, discrimination, housing discrimination. Thank you. That's what it was. Couldn't think of the word fast enough. But what you think about that?
Okay, so I think it's still too many stipulations on. So you want to pay me for something, or pay me back for something, or make up for something, but then you tell me how and what to do with what you're giving me. You understand what I'm saying? So I feel like, I think it's dope that they actually took a step in the right direction to even have this conversation, to put it in, make it a bill, pass the law, whatever. But I still think it's a little too many stipulations.
Way too many stipulations, because not everybody are homeowners. One, not everybody can go into, a bank and get a home loan. So do you have programs that are going to help people, fast track them, to becoming homeowners, getting their credit up, so they can get these things that's necessary to become a homeowner? I mean,
and that's the thing too. Like, that's a very good question, Mo. And I think I hope someone in that community actually asks that question, because it's like, okay, you put these things into place, but it's almost like what they do all the time. I'm not going to say they, but you know what I mean? You could do X, Y, and Z, but we missing A, B, and C. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't get there because we don't have the tools to get what we need to actually even obtain that. So, like, is it really reparations at that point?
Yeah, it's not. I think it's something symbolic, which is cool, kind of in the right direction. But if you're not allowed to be, one of the city council use the word autonomy, and we should be able to move this money around or use it for whatever we need to get ourselves ahead. And Absolutely. Honestly, I just don't think $25,000 is enough.
Absolutely not. Especially when you think about some of the debt. I mean, some people that went to school alone got more debt than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they did the right thing and they still have a lot of debt because they did go to school to try to do the right. You know what I'm saying? So like, a lot of people can't even pay off their debt with $25,000. So it's like, are you really helping me? Are you really putting me in a position to better myself? Are you really giving me the tools to elevate? Right now, I'm just not sold on it.
I mean, shout out to them. You're saying,
yeah, but very good step in the right direction. But
hopefully they can change it around where you're saying these people can use that money for more than just those restricted things, and lift those limitations off. So for those who are asking about Derrick Jaxn, listen, we got y'all. It's coming up. Give us to about 8:30 mark. You're saying we're gonna get into it.
Absolutely.
We got a special guest. For those who are familiar with our past guest, Ashanti Lancaster will be joining us for that portion. So we're gonna be talking with her. So y'all stick around.
But y'all know we're gonna talk about it.
Y'all know.
You know we're gonna talk about it.
No.
No, we gonna talk about that. him.
And anybody that know me know I don't like Derrick Jackson. So you saying we definitely gonna talk about that.
Me either. Okay. So before the 8:30 mark come up, can we talk about the ratchetness that went on in Miami, Florida over the weekend?
That's where the stimulus checks was at.
Oh, it was stimulated. I'm talking Miami. Look at the screen at the moment. Look at how many people are in this one photo, and that's just one photo. That's not the back of the photo, the size of this person taking the picture. You know what I'm saying? Look at, there's not a lot of masks.
They lit down there.
I wouldn't even be able to concentrate or function in that type of foolishness.
I really don't have much to say. I was in Atlanta for All-Star Weekend, so I'm a bow out of this one.
That looked worse though. Like the things I seen the girls were blocking the street, and I'm talking bent over, twerking. Then you see a dude running from across the camera, and some waiters following him start beating him up because he runs out on his tab, while you got the girls twerking over here, you got the dudes recording over here, somebody shooting dice over here. Like, what in the hell? I'm talking stimulated in Miami.
So wait a minute. But the governor, the mayor implemented, what was it? He shut down the city at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock curfew. 8 o'clock curfew.
So my thing was, why wasn't any of this put in place before these folks came down there?
I don't think they even before.
No. Time out, because everybody. If you've gone to Miami, like I've been years ago, where March is always spring break. Like they know the type of traffic. They know that the seasons are when it's busy.
I've never seen that though. It was a chick on the hood of a car, she had her legs spread like this, right? She twerking. Her baby dad
pulled her. Yeah. I saw that.
Off the car, and then the next slide was, but they good though. Then they hugged up in the next slide as your baby mom twerking down fucking Ocean Avenue. Like she had her cooch out, legs open on the hood of a car, like this. You know, bust it. You know what I'm saying? Like I've never seen that in Miami.
Why is Miami the only place that we go to?
Niggas love Miami.
I mean, that should be a shirt.
Hey, don't tip me.
Listen, that should be a shirt. Like, there are other places. I want to know what's the fascination behind Miami.
Miami's a good time. Okay, but I think
it's overpriced for no reason.
Huh?
It's overpriced for no reason.
Absolutely. But I feel like my last time I went to Miami, it was a different vibe for me because I was a little older. So you know what I'm saying? I didn't really, do the things I did when I was 21 when I went to Miami. And I was walking around in a bathing suit down Ocean Ave. You know what I'm saying? Just the bathing suit. Like that was a thing. Like in flip-flops and a drink from Fat Tuesday. But like now I'm not going to do that. You understand what I'm saying? So she said tickets $38. But you got to think about the stimulus money that floated around this past weekend. They got $1,400 per kid. So people have children. Think about the amount of money that they got.
They up. Well, that's another thing. Do they take their kids on vacation?
I can't tell people what to do with their money. I did see a lot of people, like I work retail. When I say I seen a lot of people letting their kids spend money, like it was a beautiful thing. They walk around with bags. They get what they want. The kids is happy. So I did see some people doing the right things. You know what I'm saying? Like really letting their kids spend their money.
Okay.
So,
all right.
But I don't think none of them was thinking about them kids in Miami, because you have to go back to them same kids, and it's still a pandemic.
So, but do they take their kids on vacation?
I don't know. Like that might be a poll we need to take. You know what I'm saying, on the page.
We might have to do that.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's take a poll. But do you think it's okay what you've seen in Miami, or again, do we just let people do what they're gonna do? But it's like
funds out.
But Mahogany, you wouldn't. I don't think right now. If we went to Miami tomorrow, we ain't about to walk around with just a bathing suit. We gonna have a cover up on, little shirt, something. We was literally just in bathing suits and flip flops and a Fat Tuesday cut.
Malcolm talking about what about? Listen, niggas don't care about running no more, bro. Like it's niggas getting vaccinated out here. Hey, numbers are going down. That's all they need to hear.
But again, just because you're getting vaccinated doesn't mean you can't catch the virus. Quit saying that. Niggas still catching the virus with the vaccine.
Man, but I'm saying this is why people are flocking to air and going to places and migrating because they don't care. It's no longer a threat.
Okay. Y'all trust that vaccine.
I'm not saying that it's not. I'm just telling you that that's how people are feeling. Anyway, let's move on. Let's
But we did see one person say that her kids go on vacation every year without no funding. Yeah, absolutely. It should be a balance. You should be able to go on vacation without your kids, but your kids should be able to experience and say, I've been there or I've been there. You know what I mean? And
J5, who died from the vaccine, bro?
I'm sure it's somebody out there that died from the vaccine, but they never gonna say it's the vaccine. That's how I feel. Like it's. I'm sure plenty of people have.
I listen. We ain't on this. Listen. What's the next topic?
But I'm just saying, Domo, you gotta keep it real. I know you gonna get the vaccine or whatever, but
y'all got conspiracy theories, people, man.
It's not about being a conspiracy theorist. It's like make it make sense. I still can catch the virus. It's not.
Man, Hank Aaron ain't died because of the vaccine. Stop, man. Stop it.
You don't know that, Mo.
And neither do he.
That's a fact. But you can't say people aren't dying from it. You can't say people are until somebody. But they're never gonna say that because they want y'all to take it.
All right. Next topic.
Next topic is our guest. So I don't know why you want to away from this vaccine.
It's delete the pics. No, it's not. What we talking about?
No, we need more than 3 minutes about some deleting the pics. Okay, go ahead. Let's run. Run with it.
You tell me what you got. So, all right, listen. So, everybody know we got a friend show. You're saying my homegirl. You're saying relationship coach, pastor. You're saying Ashanti Lancaster. She's gonna be joining us talking about. You're saying Derek Jackson. So,
hey, girl.
What's poppin'?
Hey,
you
girl.
Tell me. Hey, yo, let me tell you something about it. So I went to church Sunday, right? She invited me out. And from head to what type of jacket was that? Was it designer? Because hold on, she had on the Dior Air Force Ones. She had on she was just dripping with sauce from head to toe. Gucci, she had on. I'm like, I'm adding up the money right there. I know what's going on.
Stimulated. Got her stimmies. You got little stimmies? Do you have little stimmies?
I do, but their money gets put up for them.
Look, we just talked about that.
I only put 25 in the plate. I said they doing all right.
Look,
you ain't right.
Not only 25, but you just got here with somebody.
I work hard. The Lord is blessed. We don't take a salary from the church. That's not
I know that's right, girl.
That's not it.
You got to make that clear. You do have to make that real clear in public. Like,
well, I'll say this, and I'm not being arrogant, but the church couldn't afford my lifestyle.
Okay. That's
like
fair.
The way that the things that I like and the way, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not the church they can't afford my lifestyle. I work really hard. We are very successful in the businesses that we run. And so that's how we were able to, do what we do.
Can I get a W-2? Can y'all put me on?
Absolutely. What you trying to do?
Whatever y'all got for me. I mean,
just like somebody looking for
whatever can put some Dior on my feet. Whatever can put Dior on my feet. That's the job I'm trying to do.
I mean, as long as I can look like you and have my neck iced out, then we can talk.
Don't tell them that.
Yeah. Okay. You're trying to keep it cool, but we know what's going on.
We know exactly. We know exactly.
We know what's
in the wrist flinging too. Okay.
Exactly.
Listen, you ain't supposed to come on my show and tell my business.
I mean, you started off by telling her, so shoot. Like, I mean, you opened the door, so she just walked in.
Wide open. You opened it, just boom, here I come.
Now, welcome to the Toast Up Tuesday. Glad that you are here. So we ain't even gonna talk about Derrick Jackson just yet. Just let's talk about Kirk Franklin.
Okay.
Let's talk about that. Like, so, you know, as a woman of the cloth.
Man, what? Woman of the cloth.
A woman. Okay, a woman. I'm gonna go get my clergy collar on.
Look, I'm about to be like this in a minute. That's how I'm gonna be like.
No, so what's your thoughts on that? Like, let's talk about that.
Man, you know, you was at church on Sunday. We sang Kirk Franklin songs. I shouted Kirk out. You know what I mean? I think my issue with I don't have an issue with Kirk. Let's be clear. He used foul language against a grown person. It was not a child. It was not. Now it's his child, but it wasn't, you know, somebody that's 4 or 12 or an adolescent. This was a 29-year-old man. And so I think my issue is kind of like, what parent has not? I've been cussed out. I've been cussed out by my mother and my father, who both love the Lord, by the way. I've been slapped in the face because my mouth was like, if you can believe it, my mouth is crazy. Like I was super.
My parents slapped me. I'm fighting Maurice or Cecilia if they slap me in my face. But then, go ahead. She's watching too, so go ahead.
I was young. I was like 17, 18. I wasn't grown, but I was too grown. I was 17, 18 when I got slapped.
Oh, we fighting.
We fighting.
Okay. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So God deserved it. I was being super disrespectful, like extremely disrespectful. So when it comes to Kirk, you got this 29-year-old man.
He like 30 something. He older than that. He like 33.
He's 33 now, but I think when it happened, he was 29.
Yeah, he was. He was young.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got this. Either way, you got this grown man in your home, in your face, being extremely disrespectful. We can only imagine the things that his father has done for him. We do not know the back history. That young man let the world into a very private matter. You know, and for me, like at 29 years old, I can't imagine one of my sons cussing Julius out, being disrespectful. They're gonna probably get like physically dealt with. Forget words. You're probably gonna get my hands probably gonna get put on you because you're a grown person and you're being disrespectful in my house. Yes, I love you. You are my child. But as an adult, like you're not that who you think you're talking to don't change. For me, like who you think you're talking to? Like, bruh, you're not about to disrespect me in my home. And I would probably not disrespect my children as grown men in their home. Like when you get grown, there's a mutual respect. Yes, you are my parents, and yes, we are children, but as adults, I think that there is a line that cannot be crossed. And so I think his son was way out of pocket, and we're only getting like these little snippets of what was really said. We have no idea what his son said or did that day prior to that. Right. You know what I'm saying? And so that's point number one. Point number two is I don't know why people act like I can't love the Lord and get upset and cuss. Like it happens all the time. I don't know why people look at Kirk Franklin or any other pastor like, oh, they're up here. You know, that's the problem. Like they're human beings. I'm not excusing behavior, but I think that everybody needs to understand that Kirk Franklin loves Jesus and was pissed off. And the same thing that happens when you pissed off is the same thing that happened. Like he felt like disrespected. What would any man do if he felt like another man was like disrespecting him?
Yeah.
So I have a question, and this is gonna sound really ill, but I legit have a question. Like, why do people get so up in arms? Like Christians get so bent up out of shape out of 4-letter words. Like, why is it saying like why is the church so flabbergasted that he said BITCH? Like,
I don't know if it's the church. I think again, I think it's this stigma that people have on Christians, that Christians are not supposed to or allowed. I think allowed is probably more the term. They're not allowed to be upset and kind of lose control. So for me, when I first like gave my life to the Lord, cussing was the first thing that fell off. I really wasn't a cusser though. Like that was the first thing that was easy for me to give up. For me, it's not a heaven or hell issue. Just morally, and as a lady, I didn't like the way my mouth sounded talking like that.
Okay.
It had nothing to do with like, oh, I'm saved now, so I can't. No, like for me, it was more of a you're a woman. That was like when I did cuss, it was like I was letting Negroes have it for real.
Okay.
I was trying to like go for the jugular. That's who I am now. And so I have to kind of reserve that individual because I'm very talk about your mama and everybody else. So I had to kind of dismiss that part just because I didn't like that part for me as a woman. So I don't know if I don't know if it's like about the church. I think it's just the world's standards, not the church's standard. I think the world has this standard that Christians aren't allowed to display human acts of whatever, whether it's anger, whatever it is, like, oh, you're a Christian, you're not supposed to, like, I love the Lord, yes. But when I feel threatened or when I feel disrespected or any of those things, there's a potential there for me to cuss somebody out. I mean, it just is what it is.
Right. So do you think he's gonna be canceled?
Heck no. What Kirkland did for the culture, no.
I put that on GP.
Support Kirk Franklin, then I actually do see canceling him.
Yes,
absolutely. Especially by parents of grown kids. They're like, man, bro, if a 29-year-old man was standing in my house telling me I wish you would.
Dude, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna grant every wish you got. Because that's what my mama would have told me.
I like me a little cussing Christian. I mean, it ain't no way time to time.
But my thing is, I just don't understand why people get so bent up out of shape with cuss words. Like, I'm serious. Like, I like to say the word F-U-C-K. That's what I like to do. And I don't understand why people are so bent up out of shape about curse words. Like, it's just words. Like, you can say more hurtful. Fat to me is worse than F-U-C-K. Or stupid is worse than, you know what I'm saying, S-H-I-T. So I feel like we gotta get over the word.
I think for me, it's intent. Like it's all about
exactly
behind. Now, if you're saying like F you, like, so now you're like cursing at me like that. Correct. It takes it's a little different tone. If you just saying like, oh, F, like that's like, you know what I'm saying? But if you're directing it towards me, I never forgot I was getting my hair done. I don't go to this girl no more. But she called me a B. Like we was friends. My friends used to me like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't use that language. So she was like, I'll be like, it caught me off guard because I'm like, yo, we did that when we was like 14, 15.
I've never played like that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm 40 years old. You don't call me that as a term of endearment. You know what I'm saying? So cussing, you know, is it something that is a heaven or hell issue? No, I don't think that you're going to go to hell because you cuss. Do I think morally, you know, is it time and space for certain stuff? Yeah. Absolutely. Do I think that you should be dropping F-bombs in Sunday school? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? Like just out of, or at your granny's house, you feel me? Or like at a funeral, like there's certain spaces and places that I think that we all know have these kind of confines. But as far as an individual goes, and to say that Christians aren't, like, we're super meta-humans or something, like we're supposed to not be human, I think that is what's not fair.
Right, right.
Like being a follower of Christ means I just follow Christ. I love the Lord. It does not mean that I'm not gonna mess up, that I'm not gonna slip, that I'm not gonna cuss. I could probably do any of these things. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to do it. I just have a little extra help if I want it.
Because I tell you right now, cussing definitely can be controlled, because I you know, when you come around, I like, it's like a switch. I'll be like, bloop. Because it's just a respect, you know what I mean? Like you said, it's a respect thing. And when you're around certain people, I just feel like you owe them that type of respect, especially being a woman of the cloth.
I've been to a church service where the ushers were fighting, and yeah, they was cutting up. I didn't even say what church it was, but
you was in Youngstown.
No.
You was in the Yo?
It was in Columbus, definitely in Columbus.
Oh, you was in Columbus.
And the ushers was banging?
It was banging a church member.
Dang.
Well, that she ain't pay her tithes and they found out about it, so you know.
Duck if you buck.
Duck if you buck.
All right, so we're gonna get into what everybody been wanting to hear. This is what they here for. We're gonna get into this Derrick Jaxn situation. Lauren, you go ahead and set it up real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and get into I'm gonna do a change real quick. Y'all go ahead, set it up.
So here we go again. So I'm not sure what's up with Mo getting up out of stage. I'm not sure who Mo think he is, but the fact that he's getting up out of this,
I'm done.
Just
want to do whatever. Go, bravo. With that being said,
I'm done. Yo, I'm done. Mo is bye.
Just wanted to get prepared for this conversation. Y'all go ahead. Set it up.
First of all, Derrick Jaxn came out and said that is not a bonnet. It's a hat.
Sir, we know about it, okay?
But when you look real close, it was one of them. Remember them knit purses we used to wear? Like, it was one of them type of hats. Like, it was.
It's
like a hat that she shouldn't have no more. Like, if you zoom in on it, it wasn't a bonnet. It was literally one of them hats that she should have been threw away. So, hold my hand. Hold my hand. You gotta hold my hand.
Oh my God.
Sitting there like this. Baby, please, baby, please.
So listen, let's talk about this because I've never been a fan of Derrick Jaxn ever. You know what I'm saying? I always thought that. And I could see.
Should we play the video before we get into that?
Let's get into that.
Should we play the video?
Let's do
the video. Let's show the people the video real quick if we can. We'll throw that up on the screen. Let y'all see what we talk about.
Derrick Jaxn here, and today I am joined by my lovely wife, Danae. And we just wanted to address a couple of things. You know, we understand that some of you may have already heard, maybe not, that this chapter of our marriage is one that was preceded by a marriage that I completely failed. And I would say it just started around August, maybe September of last year. But, you know, a lot has been said already about what was the cause and all that other stuff. Some of it is true. Some of it is completely false. But the truth is, and I'm saying it here now, is that Derrick Jaxn was involved with other women outside the marriage. And by involved, I want to be clear, I'm not talking about just casually kicking it, maybe a lunch or something like that. I'm talking about as serious as sex, to sexual flirtation and meeting up and that kind of thing. And some things that otherwise may be considered okay by some in terms of like just chatting or checking on people or being checked on by people that I've had a previous encounter with. But without my wife's knowledge of it and with us having a sexual history, all of it falls under the umbrella of inappropriate, cheating, affair, stepping out, definitely not in alignment with the vows that I took, and definitely not in alignment with the biblical standard of what it means to be faithful, which is the standard that I'm going by now.
Boy, oh boy.
The hat is messing me up. Listen, y'all. Like the more I look at this video and she with that hat, it's just tearing me up. Listen, I am trying not to focus on her because this ain't. But baby, it's like he went and pulled her up out of bed and was like, "Please, I just need you to do this to make this look believable." Like that's what it looks like to me. Did anybody else get that vibe? Or she looks like.
It just looked real uncomfortable. It looked real.
Yeah, like she made me uncomfortable.
Real uncomfortable. But she did another video too, and her hair wasn't done in that one. She had a hat on in that one. So maybe she just likes to wear hats.
So let me say this. I you know, before I begin, because I'm not celebrating you're saying the what he's going through. And not what she's going through, because you know what this teaches us is that we're all fallible. You know what I'm saying? And we all make mistakes. You know, I think
Absolutely.
that is the biggest thing. But my issue has been with him is how he rose to fame is degrading Black men and trying to uplift Black women. And you are the same person, or we're doing the same things that you're saying. Basically, you're saying that men ain't, you're saying SHIT for, you know. So that's my problem, my gripe for him. But
if Scam Likely was a person.
If it was a person, it'd be Jackson.
Like, that's the best way to describe it. When I seen that, I was like, that's the perfect way to put it.
Ashanti, so as a relationship coach, counselor, what's your thoughts on this?
Okay, so I got so many DMs like today. People were asking me like, yo, you gonna talk about it? You gonna address it? And I am so exhausted here's a couple of reasons why I am. Okay, so as a married woman, I can't necessarily talk about what is acceptable for another married couple. So I'm not going to bash her for staying. I'm not going to do any of that because as a married woman, you don't know what you would do until it happens.
Absolutely.
Right? Correct. And so my beef is not with really her at all. I think was she uncomfortable? Clearly.
Absolutely.
She is uncomfortable. Absolutely. Clearly, she's like, Negro, you got me up here in front of these people. I gotta hold your little raggedy hand.
With this bonnet on.
Like, y'all couldn't even get no bundles or nothing.
They couldn't get no makeup artist, nothing to put, nothing.
I don't think that's who she is, because I've seen her in other videos that she's done, and she's very plain, like she is. Cool. Which is fine. I don't wear makeup either. I totally understand. My issue with him and my issue is another dude. I think it's like Steven Speaks or something like that. Yeah. I forget his name. I think that's his name. My issue is this. When men, it's like fake game to me because they're men. And they're telling women about men, and it's almost like, well, you're a man, and so women are like, oh yes, did you hear what he said? Like, sis, he's a man, like, and he's telling you what the obvious is. You know,
and he played on the hearts of broken women too.
Absolutely.
Oh my God! But
yes.
This is what cheaters do. This is what adulterers do. This is what they do. This is what narcissists do. And so for me, like, you hide, and then homeboy promoted his book in the video.
That's all it is. And then somebody just said, Ashanti, check this out. They said, what better book is it to come from somebody who's actually experienced it? Like, come on, bruh. Like,
it could be a marketing ploy. This could all be fake, and it's a heck of a marketing scheme.
You can't tell me after she got on TV with that hat, sat there and she was like this, like,
for dudes like that, like, I'm gonna say this now. I coach men, so I want to say this and I want to walk light, but I have male clients, but there's some things as a woman I can't teach them. Absolutely. Because I am not a man. And I feel like for him to be able to just speak so freely and have all of this advice for women, like, you are not a woman. Right. And so for you to be giving all of this direction and instruction on how women should do and how they should do and which they should look out for and all of this stuff, like, but you are the wolf in sheep's clothing.
Absolutely.
You are the one that is phony, that's really in the flock, devouring people. Absolutely. And this is something that happened over like some time. This is a one-time event. Right. Homeboy was cheating, ING. Mm-hmm. But you coming for John Gray, and you tearing John Gray down about him and his wife. But you are knee deep in some the night before, but you dragging somebody else. And he apologized for all of that. I'm like, bro, of course you're saying sorry now because you're caught.
You're caught. Absolutely. So let's backtrack. He made a video, the very first video he made when he was by himself. where he said that they had sexual encounters but didn't have sex.
He lied.
And he blamed God for, you know, his relationship failing. And he talked in third person. Derek Jackson was doing things that he shouldn't have been. It was a very odd interview. Like, it was a lot of backpedaling, contradiction. And then when he seen it didn't work, that's when I feel like he went and grabbed her, like, please come sit down with me, because I'm losing the people that actually did like me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is how they make their money. Like, this is his bread and butter is manipulation and being very persuasive and being very convincing. And, you know, first of all, don't you ever bring God into your bull crap ever. Like, don't you ever say, you know, God, no. That would be your penis. It had nothing. Don't you dare bring that up. That's your own lust. That is what you wanted. You wanted some new. You wanted some strange. You broke your vow to your wife. Don't you ever say that God did anything. Like, I don't want to hear it. And so now, after you want to talk in third person, lie, not take any responsibility or accountability, now you want to pull out Gertrude out of the bed with her bonnet on and say, here, hold my hand real tight so we can make this video.
Absolutely. And then what else bothered me, I don't know if you guys peeped when, you know, he would always preach, ladies, don't deal with a man who's separated, because he still has feelings for his wife and he's still messing with his wife and he's lying and da 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 da. And then now you're justifying what you did by being separated. Like, bruh, like, listen to what you're saying. Like, you're literally a walking contradiction. And I just was like, I'm done with it. I've been done, but he's a cap. He's a fraud, and he's a major
cap. But I'm gonna say this though. This is why it is very important for us as individuals to like count up the costs. You have to, when you put yourself out there and when you talking real strong, you have to be like, how much is this going to cost me if? Because I consider myself a relationship expert. I consider myself a relationship guru, not just romantic relationships, just any involvement with people. I have, when I let that come out my mouth, I have to count up the cost. Like, what if something happened to me and you, right? I have to know that when you say that and you put your mouth on people, that for me is where he was foul. When he puts his mouth on people and other people's situation in the midst of you doing it.
You don't even need to say nothing else, because that's the biggest problem what you just said. And John jumped in his audacity. It's the audacity for me. Like,
it is like flat out, like, you have the audacity to be calling the kettle black, but you a burnt cast iron skillet, and you got something to say about, you don't have anything to say about anybody with your lying, deceiving, narcissistic tale. And he is a chief narcissist. If y'all Google what a narcissist is and narcissistic behavior, his picture will probably show up.
Literally.
Because that is, when he was talking in third person, he was doing that. I was like, oh, he's a narcissist. Like, he is trying to portray this fantasy and make it so convincing that you believe it. And here's the icing on the cake. There will be women that still listen to him.
Oh, absolutely.
It is what it is.
Absolutely, because what he says is Bible, and it's like, y'all have to be single or dating men just like him. There's only one.
Or dumb, or desperate, or any other D word y'all can think of. The wife did a video, and I watched it today, and she was talking about, you know, this is a spiritual warfare. Like, don't do that. Don't manipulate like that. Like, don't give the church a black eye for y'all, for you. Don't do that.
That's what he's doing.
Like, your husband cheated on you. He manipulated you and hundreds of thousands of other women. He lied. He dogged other men out for it. He knew what he was doing. He wrote books about what not to do. Don't you ever let it come out your mouth that this is spiritual warfare.
But he also literally went out of his way to make her look like a complete fool, because when you pull up old videos, he was literally in a video asking Candace publicly what kind of panties she had on. Matter of fact, take them. If you can look all of this up, Derrick Jaxn has a video asking this same girl Candace, "What you doing? What kind of panties you got on?" All type of crazy shit. But now he's trying to downplay it like she mad because you blocked her. No. She mad because you her boyfriend, and now you playing her like she ain't nothing.
It's everybody else's fault. It's God's fault.
Absolutely.
It's the wife's fault. It's Candace's fault. It's his mama's fault because he's a broken little boy. You name it. It's everybody else's fault. But it ain't Jackson's fault. It ain't Action Jackson's fault.
Action Jackson.
Oh,
and think about, I guess it's more women starting to surface. Like, I'm sure it would be plenty of more women that has a story about Derrick Jaxn. Like, his wife, and then she like, we talked about it. What exactly did y'all talk about? What exactly are you okay with? Like, what signs did he show that you feel like he's changed? Because it's like, now I understand why he does his videos in the car. He don't want you here. Like, this, that. I mean, I would too.
Boy, making all that money ain't got a studio.
And you get what I'm saying? Like, no, he don't want her to hear it.
Right. Because you gotta be like, that's that bull crap, Action Jackson. If you don't go on somewhere.
Because I'll be in the background
my issue with men and women. I was watching Charlamagne the God had reposted, I want to say a couple of days ago, and it infuriated my soul. It was these two broads on there talking about sexual things to do with men, and were saying that it wasn't gay. And I love the thread that I read because it was so many men on there. Like, as a woman, you don't get to speak on what's gay for me. You don't. Like, and for me, when I'm listening to men like him and Kevin Samuels, whole nother subject, y'all don't get to dictate to women about what you are not a woman. And so for me, when you begin to cross that line, like, you deserve everything that's coming at you because you put yourself out there as the savior for single women, as the savior for women who was going through, as that you did this, you Negro, you, not nobody else.
Yeah.
So you put yourself out there, you're going to get drugged. And it's sad because I coach women like this every day. I coach women who battle self-esteem, who battle broken relationships, who battle daddy issues, mommy issues, abandonment issues. They battle it. So you have men like Action Jackson that come around and he talking right. And he's handsome and he's body and he talking Jesus. Oh, that's it. They sold, right? And now he's a bestseller because that's all he had to do. Like, it shouldn't be so easy to manipulate women like that. They need somebody like me, shameless plug, that is able to come in and like, no, the standard is not look so good, have a career, talk about Jesus. No, ma'am. That is not the only standard.
Let's peel the layers back. Let's start peeling the layers back.
Let's get to this onion. Remember the blooming onion at Roadhouse? Yeah. Let's get into it. Let's get into the blooming onion and let's really figure out what he's talking about. Because if he really loved the Lord like he said he did, he wouldn't be acting like that. That's ridiculous. And then you're gonna blame God.
Blatantly too. Like, blatantly. But my thing is, I feel like everything he said at the end of the video was like #ad. Like, it was only missing the #ad. Like, you're literally plugging a book, and I'm convinced it's gonna be a story about a publicity stunt, because there's no way she came out with the hat, them jeans, them everything, and the way he held her hand, the way they rocked, and it was just the way she. Oh, and she
was selling bonnets next.
No.
Hey, if she was smart. And if her team was around her, they would capitalize on this moment.
I'd be pressing the bonnets right now, like this. What's the book called? Heal, Happy and Heal, or Heal Together on the bonnet. Heal Together with a picture, hold hands, heal together. You better put them bonnets in rotation, sis.
Listen,
right now, if you don't, I am.
What do you say? Did y'all see her in pantsuits? I'm
Listen, we're not gonna do the wife, but the wife look like you want to blink twice if you okay. Like,
no,
That's
seriously,
what I was
like,
looking
she
for.
looked like she was like in trouble.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was very, very clear. And I'm gonna be fair to her. Do you know how embarrassed I would be to have to sit there? I mean, think about it. Look at this crazy hair. What about remember when Kobe was cheating? Rip Kobe. Remember the way Vanessa looked when she had to sit at that press conference with him?
Look at Will. Look at Will and Jada. How Will had to sit there when she talked about a darn entanglement. Like, what is wrong with y'all? Why?
Jada was like, I mean, we were entangled. He was like, oh, okay. You was getting never mind. But I mean, the look on her face, I can replay other people like Will and Vanessa who have been drug out in these very public adulterous scandals, and the look on their face is like, it's hurt. It's a level of hurt and embarrassment. So I think that she probably was just uncomfortable because she cannot believe that this man of her dreams swept her off her feet, and he was sweeping down the street too.
Yeah, but okay. So he was saying he was partying and he was smoking and he was drinking. Ma'am, you just know about, did he only tell you about Candace, or did y'all go through every single, like, what did you get out of that? Like, does that make you feel better by him telling you everybody he slept with and cheated on you with, or you just want to know that he cheated? Like, what makes it okay?
Men are already like conquerors. Like that's who men are. They like to conquer. When you're dealing with like narcissists, though, it literally fuels them to be able to continue to conquer women. That's why there's so many women, and that's why there's so many instances, and that's why it's like, you know, he says some I have sex with, some I just like to text. Like he just wanted to just do it because he could.
Right.
And I can only imagine how he felt to be selling all of these books and be going on Facebook and be going on his YouTube like, yes, sis, like queen, you deserve it. Like, first of all, quit calling me queen before I stop doing that.
Thank you.
Queen, you know, you're supposed to be the epitome of the, and you just hopped out of some on your way to your wife.
And then he be like, hey, brothers, quit tearing these women down. You know, so you got these wives at home. And I'm like, what if, oh, not her though, not your wife.
Nah. Their wife. Now Mo, he's canceled. He's done. Like, I don't, and what's sad is there will be women, unfortunately, that will continue to fall for the manipulation. Everybody deserves a chance. Everybody deserves to be forgiven. Yes, between him and his wife, if that woman decides to stay with her husband, as a wife, I will not put my mouth on her.
Right.
As far as the culture is concerned, homeboy, you don't get to write no more books.
Exactly. It's done. It's done.
You've lost your privilege to speak and pour into anyone's life anymore. You need to go there and figure something else out to do.
And what he could have done is use that to say why you shouldn't do this because of how he had to fight to get his wife back. Then it would have made more sense. You get what I'm saying? Like, oh, dang, he actually being honest. It's dope how they grew together. We might buy that story more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, they kind of rode through it. And then when the book came out, we like, oh, I will read this because they've been telling this story. You didn't lie about everything, bro. I'm cool. So I think he is one of the people that will actually be canceled because I don't think enough people will support him for him to bounce back from this. So I agree with that for sure.
And I think that like and I hate to say like he's not valid because we live in a day and age where we can go viral at any minute.
Absolutely.
Y'all, one of y'all's Toast Up Tuesdays can go viral.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't mean that you've necessarily accomplished anything. Y'all have, but you have people like him who have not. Dude just went viral by feeding into the emptiness of women. And he played on it. And he played on it well. And women made him famous.
Absolutely.
And that's what I didn't like about him. Absolutely. Yep.
So you have to be perfect to write a relationship book. Absolutely not. I just said that.
Not.
That's what I just said. I just said like we would have bought it. We would have been more okay with him cheating had he been honest from the jump, instead of doing the exact opposite of what he did.
Mm-hmm.
I would have never been okay with him cheating. However, I do get it. Like, if you would have really endured this and y'all would have came out like, man, I cheated on my wife. This is for the fellas.
Yes.
Bro, why don't you write a book to the men?
Duh.
Write it to them. And why don't you let them know what not to do and what to do and how to keep your wife?
Yep.
You're gonna keep talking to the women. That's manipulative. That is who he is. That is what he has been able to get away with. And if we don't cancel him, and I don't mean cancel him as a human because I hate cancel culture, but when you deserve to be put on punishment,
absolutely. Yeah, put him there.
You need to be put on punishment. You need to be put on ice for a little while.
Drop them on. Drop them on.
So before we let Ashanti go, do y'all have any questions for her?
And then while you wait on the questions to be typed, tell them how they can find you, what you do, your social media handles, all that good jazz.
So my Instagram is potential_2_promise. You can find me right there. That is my professional page. I don't let everybody into my personal life. My Facebook is my name. It's Ashanti Lancaster. And here's a plug. I am having a women's only luxury retreat, June the 10th through June the 13th in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. It is going to be unbelievable. I'll be hosting some private coaching sessions along with my mentor, Lucinda Cross. If you do not know who she is, please Google her. I have a celebrity trainer coming in. His name is Chris Downing. He's like Beachbody's top trainer. He's coming in to work us out, and we are going to be pampered all weekend long, and we're going to be growing emotionally, spiritually, physically, all of that. We're going to attack all of it, and we're going to end it with a yacht ride in Miami. So,
I'm there. So if any one of the ladies want to go with me, I'm definitely about to take that off work tomorrow.
And no bonnets.
Nah, we got to be ready. You know, you're going to Miami. Ain't no
get your braids in.
We'll be missing the spring break crowd, so it won't be no curfew when we get down there.
Yeah, we just talked about that ratchet.
What hotel? You're gonna be at the hotel?
Yep, it's going to be at Fort Lauderdale Hilton Beach Resort.
Can you put the information?
The same one that you?
That is the same one. Yes.
If anybody
is a luxury retreat,
if anybody's interested in going, inbox me so we can get the details. So make sure you send me all the details so we can go.
Because that hotel,
don't do that. Listen. So the website is potentialtopromise.com. If you go to my site, it has the Catapult Retreat. That is what it's called. It's for women who feel like they're stagnant, who need some assistance in catapulting into their next season. They do not want to miss this retreat because that is exactly what we're doing. We're going to be providing tools and everything for women to launch into their next season, whether that's relationships, business, whatever. Potentialtopromise.com.
I'll be there for sure. That's my word. I'll be there. So hopefully I can get a guest from Toe Step Tuesday comments to accompany me to the.
Why don't you should do the coverage down there? You're saying Toe Step Tuesday. You're saying do coverage.
I could do that. That's something the go plug. Yeah, there we go. Don't worry about it.
There it is.
I got my mics ready. I'm ready. So if you give me the go ahead, I'm definitely there. So
that would be dope. We could probably do it live from the yacht.
Oh, there you go. So I need somebody to accompany me. I'm going to kick it with Ashanti.
I might have to come on that yacht, let my bonnet flap in the wind there.
That's how they beat to the more empty ass bonnet.
Listen, that's the whole thing. Ain't no hair back there. None. It's just the French braids from the wig is what's inside the bonnet. You got to keep the braids fresh.
Just put a hat on.
She just out here She just ratchet. She out here cussing with the woman of. I told you the
woman of the cloth. I'm sorry.
Here y'all go.
Man, you can't be doing that.
So here's the thing: the retreat is only 25 women. That's it.
Oh, let me register now then.
25 women, and then it's TikTok. The game is locked. And when I say luxury, I mean private transportation picking you up from the airport, and you are taken care of for 3 days straight, and private transportation taking you back to the airport on Sunday morning.
Yeah, because that's what I like. Yeah, don't make me feel fancy. Come with my equipment, feeling fancy. But
Let me
no,
get those
I
bars
appreciate
off
you
my
coming
head.
through. You a vibe, man. Like I love sitting down with you. You are so just pure and just a dope chick all around, and I love
I
it.
appreciate it.
Oh, we
Thank
got some dope stuff coming with them. So we gonna be doing some stuff with her and her husband in the near future.
Yeah, I'm geeked up about it.
Super dope. Thanks for coming to see
now
us.
hold
We
on.
appreciate you.
So can I say this real quick?
Sure.
Hold on, Lauren. So I didn't fill Lauren in about what we talked about Sunday, but yeah, but we gonna get there. They want to
Did you sign me up for something?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm used to it. It's all right. I just roll with it, Ashanti. I'll be there. Like, I don't know why I'm here, but I'm on the way, Mo. You know what I'm saying? This is one of them.
But it's gonna be good because it's gonna be a live studio audience. You're saying they invited us today. You're saying they place.
Say no more. If it's her, I'm there. I'll make it work.
All right.
Say no more.
Yo, Ashanti, thank you for joining us. Always a pleasure. Come back whenever you want.
All love. Thank you so much.
Y'all be good. Be safe.
Pray for us. We need prayer.
Yeah, definitely pray for me.
Especially her.
Pray for the tongue.
Tell them to drop the prayer request. I got them.
There you go. She gonna go through the comments. You need some prayer, all that good jazz. Put your name in the comments and pray for my tongue and guide my feet. That's what I need.
Listen, just make sure that the tongue in your mouth and the tongue in your shoes is going the same direction.
There you go. All right.
I love y'all.
Love you
too.
Peace. It's always a vibe. Yes. I don't know if you noticed when she first jumped on, I heard somebody say Ashanti, our fave. I'm like, she been here one time, already got favorites. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
you know she dope. That's just how you know she dope. So that was a dope interview. Great job. I'm gonna hand clap to her.
Before we get up out of here, let's do our roll call. Where y'all at? Where y'all from? Who watching?
Where you coming from? Hey.
Oh, that's your song?
Hey, where you coming from? Oh. I got my boyfriend to TikTok with me today, y'all. I was excited. I know y'all don't care, but
BK in the building always.
BK in the is that Brooklyn? Don't they do that in Brooklyn?
That's Brooklyn. Yeah.
Where Brooklyn at?
East side of Warren. What up, Dave?
Hey, you know I'm repping West Side all day, Warren, but I love you for life. It's my favorite East Sider, Mr. Warren. Who are y'all calling? I said calling from.
Columbus, Ohio, Cincinnati.
North side of the dub, but now in LA. We got Columbus, Youngstown. El Jizzle, you from Warren? Don't rap the yo. That's my buddy. It's like my homegirl forever. Yeah, hi Marcel. I thought that was you when I seen that. Bowling Green, Kentucky. I haven't seen you in forever. Hey girl. Cleveland in the building. Mahogany, I need to talk to you about something. Just some content. Nothing crazy. East side, Turquoise, you from the west side. No, you are from the east side. We got Cleveland Heights in the building. So, Mo, you from Columbus. I'm sitting here in Warren. You already know the drill. What's next? Oh. Wait. Before we get out of here, did we talk about the little kickback that happened in our tabs?
We
real
didn't.
Quick?
We didn't.
Tell them that, excuse me, you come calling me like, hey, I might come to town. You want to take a few people out? Do you know between the two of us how much money we spent that night?
We don't talk. I'm not
gonna say, but do you realize how much money we spent?
Oh, I know.
I think we need to do it again, but I'm thinking like a Southern tab vibe. You know, where they cut the drinks.
It ain't nothing. I can spend that again.
All right, I'm stimulated, so you know what I'm saying.
Okay, all right.
I'm like, hey, you know what I'm saying. I feel real stimulated right now, so we're gonna have to make sure next time.
Yeah,
we invite you, make it big. So we working on something real big out of town. So it was lit. I drove home like this.
So all right, roll call is done.
I had fun tonight.
Yeah,
have fun tonight.
This is where it is because there's no clubhouse.
There is no clubhouse.
Nah.
No more after parties. No more after parties at the clubhouse.
We're done with clubhouse. No more.
No more after parties. That's where we're gonna leave it, and we're gonna leave it there. But yeah. And I said, why y'all ain't invite me? It was
She's lying. She definitely got a text message from me. She was at work. She's lying.
She tried it.
She definitely
tried it.
She tried
it, Lorna. And you a vibe, so I'm mad you wasn't there. Because you would have been on my bullshit. I had like, never mind.
Yo, it was wild that night. Yeah,
I had like 10 girlfriends that night.
I scared what?
I had like 10 girlfriends that night.
I ain't say it. I wasn't gonna bring it up. I wanted to go bring it up. My God.
For real, I woke up like, hold up. I had to like really think back, like, hell, you was on one last night. Yeah. So, but yeah, next one coming soon. Whenever Mo come back to the city, we'll make some shake, for everybody, and we'll make sure we make it more public because it was just literally spur of the moment. So.
Nah, man, no more Clubhouse, brother. We had to shut it down, man. I don't. It's not my.
No, we still pop in on Clubhouse, but we won't be doing after parties on Clubhouse. And I'm never like really on Clubhouse anyway. I only did it because Mo was, heavy in the streets on Clubhouse. So we a package deal. So Lauren, I was on Demon Time, but let's wrap this up.
All right. You got any final thoughts?
Don't be Derek.
Don't be Derek.
Don't be out there ing, as Ashanti said. He was ing. He wasn't just cheating. He was ing, So don't be Derek. Don't be the wife. And I ain't gonna say don't be the wife because I've been the wife, but taking somebody back that cheated on me. But don't be Derek. Right. What's your final thoughts?
Check on your friends, man. You know what I'm saying? Just check on to make sure their mental is good. I think sometimes, we have these people that we call friends, but we never really ask how they doing, you sense, so really check in on your friends and see if they're doing good. So with that being said, I thank y'all for watching tonight. Thank you for sharing if you shared the video and subscribing. This is Toast Up Tuesdays. I am your boy Mo Giles.
I'm Lauren Michelle, aka Cool As L.
Until next time, we out.
We out. Peace. Blow. We out of here.